Welcome, and thanks for joining us for another episode of the 10-Minute Dental Marketing Podcast, a program dedicated to helping you grow your dental practice. In each episode, we'll discuss how you can improve your online presence and use the power of the internet to grow your practice.
Hey there, Tyson Downs here, owner of Titan Web Agency and the host of the 10-Minute Dental Marketing Podcast. And we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be having our AI tool read to you the audio version of the blog post. So if you're unable to get on the blog and read that, you'll be able to enjoy it, as you are right now through your favorite podcast app for the foreseeable future. If you have any feedback for us, send it over to us at tyson@titanwebagency.com. Enjoy.
When patients search for a dentist today, the process often begins with a question. As AI search becomes part of everyday browsing, patients increasingly begin by asking a question and reviewing the AI-generated answer, such as from ChatGPT or Google AI overviews. Key takeaway: AI search is changing how patients discover dental practices online. Ranking well in local search results does not automatically mean your practice will appear in AI-generated answers. AI systems tend to reference sources that clearly demonstrate expertise, consistent information, and strong credibility across the web. Practices that clearly explain their services and maintain consistent information across platforms are easier for AI systems to recognize and reference. When your content clarity, reputation signals, and digital presence align, your practice becomes easier for both search engines and AI systems to recommend to patients. That shift changes how visibility works. A national survey from the Associated Press Nork Center for Public Affairs Research found that about 60% of U.S. adults already use AI tools to search for information. You might rank in the top 3 on Google Maps. You might have strong reviews, a solid local authority, and steady traffic. Yet when someone asks ChatGPT, Gemini, or another AI assistant for the best dentist near me, your competitor gets mentioned, and you don't. That disconnect creates a real concern. If you're investing in local SEO, why isn't it translating into AI visibility? One question we hear often is, why does my dental practice appear in local search results, but not in AI answers? AI systems generate responses by interpreting information from across the web. When a practice's expertise, services, and reputation are clearly supported by consistent information, it becomes easier for those systems to reference that practice when answering patient questions. In this guide, you'll learn why some practices are mentioned in AI answers while others aren't, and how to recognize when a visibility gap may exist. How AI systems decide which dentists to mention. When someone asks an AI assistant about dental care, the system gathers information from multiple sources across the web and looks for signals that indicate credibility and expertise. Rather than simply listing nearby businesses, the system references practices whose information clearly supports the answer it is generating. Several signals commonly influence whether a dental practice is mentioned. Entity authority. AI systems identify practices that are consistently present across trusted websites, or so they say. We've seen spammy and self-promotional top 10 lists being cited by LLMs. Mentions in directories, professional profiles, and reputable sources reinforce that a practice is established and legitimate. Content clarity. Websites that clearly explain services, specialties, and patient needs are easier for AI systems to interpret and reference. Topical depth. Practices that publish detailed explanations about treatments, procedures, and patient questions demonstrate subject expertise. Trust signals. The quality, quantity, and consistency of patient reviews, along with professional affiliations, citations, and accurate business information across platforms, add to the overall credibility. Maintaining strong feedback across platforms often requires consistent review management for dental practices. When these signals align, AI systems are more likely to recognize a practice as a reliable source of information. Agency insight. AI systems typically prioritize sources that clearly explain treatments and patient concerns, not just businesses that rank locally. Practices that publish detailed educational content are more likely to be referenced when AI tools generate answers to patient questions. Read our blog post, How Geo Improves Dental Visibility in AI Results. Why your practice may not appear in AI answers. Even when a dental practice ranks well in local search, many factors may influence how often it appears in AI-generated answers. Generative search systems tend to reference sources that demonstrate clear topical coverage, depth, and consistency across the web. When those signals are weak or incomplete, a practice may be less likely to be cited when an AI system generates a response. Some common contributors include limited topical depth. If your website briefly mentions treatments without explaining them in detail, AI systems may not consider your site a strong informational source on those topics. Weak entity clarity across the web. Consistent mentions across your website, directories, and professional profiles help search and AI systems recognize and reconcile your practice as a clear digital entity. Inconsistent information can make that recognition harder. Unclear service positioning. Practices that clearly explain their specialties, services, and patient focus provide a stronger context for AI systems to interpret when generating answers. Thin service pages. Short or generic service pages usually lack the detail systems need to confidently reference the practice when responding to patient questions. Fragmented information across platforms. When services, credentials, or descriptions vary across listings, directories, and the website, it becomes harder for systems to build a consistent understanding of the practice. Technical and authority signals. Factors such as crawlability, structured data, high-quality references, reputable backlinks, and strong review signals may also affect whether a site is considered a reliable source. Providers typically don't share the full details of their inclusion criteria for AI-generated answers, and each AI system may prioritize different signals. When it comes to health topics, many systems also depend significantly on trusted medical or educational sources, which may affect how often specific practices are referenced. These factors don't necessarily affect local rankings in the same way. However, they can influence how frequently a practice appears in AI-generated summaries. How to tell if you have a visibility gap. You don't need advanced tools to sense when something is off. In most cases, the signals are visible. Start with simple observation. Search for your core services the way a patient would. Try both types of behavior. A direct local search, such as dentist near me or cosmetic dentist in your city. A question-based search, such as who's the best dentist for dental implants, or what's the best option for replacing missing teeth. The image above shows the local map results for the search dental implants in Kirkland. The image above shows the AI-generated answer for the query who's the best dentist for dental implants in Kirkland. Now compare what happens. Do you consistently appear in the local pack but rarely get mentioned in AI-generated summaries? Does a competitor show up in AI answers even though you outrank them on maps? Do AI tools describe services you offer but never associate them clearly with your practice? Those patterns point to a visibility gap. Another signal is inconsistency across platforms. If your services are described differently across your website, business listings, and third-party directories, AI systems may struggle to form a clear understanding of your practice as a digital entity. You might also notice that your reviews are strong, but your service pages offer only brief, generic explanations of the treatments you offer. While reviews and profile signals help increase local visibility, limited on-site content can make it harder for AI systems to accurately understand your expertise and reference your practice in their answers. The key isn't whether you rank somewhere, it's whether your visibility is aligned across search environments. Agency insight. Strong Google Maps rankings don't automatically translate into AI visibility. Local SEO strengthens geographic relevance, while AI search systems seem to rely more heavily on topical expertise and consistent information across the web. Frequently asked questions about AI search and local SEO. Does AI search replace local search results? No. Local listings and AI answers serve different purposes. Local search helps users compare nearby providers, while AI-generated summaries help users understand their options. Can a new dental practice appear in AI answers? Yes, in some cases. AI tools may reference practices that publish strong informational content, even if their local ranking signals are still developing. Do AI answers change frequently? Yes. AI responses are generated dynamically based on the wording and the context of a question, so the results can change depending on how the query is asked. Do online reviews influence AI visibility? Reviews contribute to credibility signals that AI systems may interpret when evaluating whether a practice appears trustworthy. Will improving AI visibility hurt local SEO? No. Clear service pages, strong authority signals, and consistent information across the web usually strengthen both types of visibility. How long does it take to improve AI visibility? Timelines vary. Visibility tends to improve gradually as your practice builds stronger expertise signals and consistent information across platforms, improving visibility across modern search. If your dental practice ranks well in local search results but rarely appears in AI-generated answers, the issue usually isn't that your SEO strategy has failed. More often than not, your practice is visible in one search environment, but less so in another. Patients now discover dentists through several paths. They browse local listings, explore search results, and increasingly ask AI assistants for recommendations. When your services, expertise, and reputation are clearly represented across the web, your practice becomes easier for both search engines and AI systems to recognize and reference. At Titan Web Agency, we help dental practices strengthen their visibility through local SEO and AI search optimization. We help them improve how they appear in local search and how AI systems recognize and feature their practice in AI-generated results. Be sure to check out some of our results. If your practice ranks locally but rarely appears in AI-generated answers, a visibility audit can help identify where the gap lies and which signals need strengthening. Ranking in local results but not appearing in AI answers? Schedule a free consultation. We'll review your website content, Google Business Profile, local listings, and authority signals to identify why your practice ranks locally but isn't appearing in AI-generated answers. You'll also see how strengthening these signals can improve both local visibility and AI search recognition.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of the 10-Minute Dental Marketing Podcast. Implementing just one of the tips you heard today will help your practice move one step closer towards dominating your local market. If you got more questions, or you're looking for recaps, show notes, and even more resources to help you grow your practice, check us out at TitanWebAgency.com.